What up, Nitro family? This Core Jordan TT Out Racing. What's up, y'all? Just doing some race prep. Just getting my trucky ready for the race coming up tomorrow. Well, this weekend. So, just doing some diffs. Just filling them up, cleaning them out, taking the old oil out, and filling them with some fresh oil. Um, just doing some race prep. Ain't nothing special. Just wanted to talk with my family and just see what's going on. And but yeah, y'all, just getting ready for this race in the Toggleville, which is like about 30 minutes from where I stay in Montgomery. So just getting the trucky together. In my diffs, I'm gonna run 10,000 in the front, 10,000 in the middle, in my center diff, and I'm gonna put 3,000 in the rear. This the rear diff, and with the 3,000, the 10 in the front and the 10 in the center. What it's gonna do is give me more drive. The heavier you go, the heavier oil you go, it's gonna give you that much more drive in your diffs. So this track is gonna be kind of big. Well, it's gonna be big jumps, a big track. So I'm gonna need to get the power to the ground. So going with the heavier diff fluids, diff oils will do that. But I'm going with 3 in the rear. 3 in the rear is gonna help me to pivot, hit my rear end, pivot around the turns. So it's gonna give me a good drive. It's gonna give me good power, good speed. But also when I get in the turns, it's gonna make my rear end, rotate easily on its own. So just something to think about when you're doing your diffs, especially if you're racing. But if you're bashing, then go with heavy to the front. Go heavy front, center, and rear. Go 50,000, 60,000 front, 60 in the middle, 60 in the rear. Because you're not really looking for no, good rotation, good pivot, good, rear end come around quicker in a 180 turn when you're bashing. You just want all the power. So if you want all the power, just go with heavy diff oils. So like I said, I'm going with 10-3, which is really going to give me, like I say, a lot of drive out of my front and center diffs. So the power going to be put down, but the 3 in the rear is going to help me get the rotation in the 180 turns and the turns. So that's how we're going to do that. And another thing, when you're doing your diffs, when you topping them off, filling them back up, a good thing, I like to do mine, to keep mine pretty consistent. I like to keep it consistent. So I do it the same way pretty much every time. So hold on. Let me get my charge. I'm charging batteries up and doing diffs all at the same time. But yeah, so I keep my diffs. When I fill them up, I fill them all the way up. And then I put the center, the little spider gear. I put that on top like this. I put this gear in the middle, so it'll seat down in the diff like that. And then to do all your diffs consistently, I'll fill them all the way up, do all of them the same way. They let you know that you got good consistent diff oils, that you did it the same way in all three of your diffs. So what I do, I fill it all the way up, put that gear in on top like this, and then I'll wipe the top like this with my finger and take off all the excess oil. Now if you do it like this, with all three of your diffs, what it's doing is making you doing it consistent in all three. So you know you got all three of your diffs are pretty much feel the same way. So you're gonna get good consistent power, good consistent rotation in the rear, like I'm getting right now. When I'm putting this 3000 in there, it's gonna give me good rotation in the rear. So the reason I do that, I got that from Ryan Lutz. He got a video that he does it. It's just, you want all your oils and stuff to be, you want to do everything the same way and consistent. So you fill it up, put the gear on top like this, and then just wipe the excess oil off with your finger. That just letting you do it consistently the same way on all three of the diffs. So you know everything's filled up the same, and you know you got everything filled up equally. So that's another little tip. But yeah, and then once you get it in like that, then you take your spider gear, your ring gear with the pin, and just put it on just like that. Just put it on. Just like that, and everything should line up. Everything should line up consistently. So that's what you want when you're doing. You want everything to be consistent. So you just want consistency. So, but yeah, just a little tip, man. Help you get everything done the same way to make everything consistent. So you know. So that's it. But yeah, man, just trying to get everything hooked up for this race, and trying to get everything cleaned up and get everything ready to rock, ready to rip. So, but yeah. So yeah. But yeah, another thing, if you want to do your diffs a little faster, quicker than normal, invest in your electric drill. It don't have to be nothing extremely powerful. Only thing you need on the drill is a chuck, so you can check, you know what I'm saying, check your torque settings. You don't want it to overscrew. You don't want it to strip out the screws, so you need the chuck on there where you can adjust your the tension of how tight you're doing your screws, especially with these little screws going your diffs like this. So yeah, get your little drill. I got one right here, but I'm screwing this in. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. It's just a little cheap drill, but it got the chuck on there to adjust your the strength of how tight you want the drill to screw in screws. So just with a drill, just be careful how fast you screw with the drill, because if you screw it in real fast, that rotation heats up the holes, the screw holes in your diff cups, and if you do it too fast, with the screw spinning with the drill, it'll actually melt the threads that's in your the threads that's the thread that's inside of your diff cup. It'll melt it because it's producing heat and it's screwing in too fast. So just when you screw it in, just vary your speed. So that's another little thing, you know, just to look out for, pay attention to. So I just started these with my hands, so I'm gonna go ahead on and finish them up with my hex driver. So you just tighten it on down, tight, and you want to tighten them up in a cross pattern, like top bottom, then top bottom, kind of like a star pattern. They just make sure again you get everything done consistent the same way, evenly. So just tighten them down. But yeah. And another thing, everybody's talking about break in, different. Man, it's a whole lot of different ways to break in your engines. It just go with the best way that's best for you. That's easiest for you and what's best for you. That's it. That what you, I mean, you can ask around, ask people. They're going to give you different ways to try. And yeah, try some. Ain't no wrong with trying them, because you got to find out what's best for you. But when you find out what's best for you, and just stick with it, regardless of who is who, regardless of how long whoever been in the hobby. Just find out what's best and the easiest way for you. And when we do break in these engines, after you run 10 tanks, your engine really is not truly broke in after the 10th tank. It's just to the point where it's loose enough you can put a tune on your engine and it'll run consistently. But that's why everybody says, you know, take it easy. Don't be in it too hard when you ain't even run a gallon. You don't have to run a gallon in it for to break in. The engine will let you know when it's broke in. When your engine is completely broke in and that piston is reaching its peak up in the sleeve, the engine on its own, you put that tune on it and it runs good, runs fine. And then one day you go out there, fill up and run, then all of a sudden your engine will get rich. It's gonna do it on its own. There's nothing you done wrong. There's nothing that, you know what I'm saying, that anybody's done wrong or nothing like that. It just, your engine will let you know on its own when it's totally broke in, because like I say, it would go rich. And I had to learn that just by breaking in engines and talking to people and all them. You ask any racer, you ask anybody. You can ask your martyr. Your engine will break in on its own, and that's when the point where the piston can move freely in the sleeve and with no pinch. But you still have great compression because the engine will be still new, but that metal to metal pinch, that's why the lubrication is so important. And that's why we keep the engines rich from the beginning, because it's metal to metal, you know, grinding up and down. And to eliminate, for it to have a whole, that's where the heat come from. The heat is coming from that metal to metal pumping until it breaks into that piston can move freely on its own. Like I said, when your engine breaks in, it's gonna go rich on its own. You can put a good tune on it, drive it, get in it, run it up to full throttle, come out of it, run up to full throttle. The tune to be good. This is how you know. The tune to be good like you want it, and it'll be consistent. But then all of a sudden, it just get rich on you. When it get rich on you, you'll know then that it's completely broke in. So you just have to watch, listen to your engine, watch it. And once you tune it, like I said, once you run them 10 tanks, put a tune on it, and just continue to drive it. But when you continue to drive it like that, it's gonna go rich on its own. Then after it goes rich, then then you'll know, okay, it's truly not ready for a true race tune. So it just things like that, y'all, that you just have to sometimes it just come with experience doing it and being around it, and so that's another thing to keep in mind when you're breaking in motors, because I see a whole lot of videos now about this the right method, that's not the right method, this is the right method, do this way. Everybody had different methods to breaking in motors, but like I say, after you do them 10 tanks, your engine still is not completely broke in. You still have to, like I say, it'll let you know. Your engine will let you know what it needs. Just like Little Chili said, your engine will let you know when it's rich, when it's lean. It'll let you know when it's broke in. Cause like I said, after them 10 tanks you put on it, and then you drive it, and then you put the tune on there, and then you think it's good. It's gonna run how you're gonna run good with the tune you put on there. But like I say, after a while, the engine it riches up on its own. When it riches up on its own, that is when that sleeve and piston is at its max, at its peak, to how it's supposed to raise in the sleeve. So that's a good thing. And now when that happens again, you can go ahead on and put your best tune on it, and you'll be ready to go. I mean, it's completely broke in. So, and every engine ain't the same. Some people, they from the factory, some of them be tighter than others. Like a lot of these Reds engines that I run, they're different from the OSs. Because some of the Reds are super tight. Like this R5R right here that I broke in the last one. This one right here was way tighter than this R5R. So, and I got the team edition right here that I'm gonna put in the truck, the red head. But this one, when I got this one, it was already broke in. But like I said, all engines ain't the same. Some of them be tighter than the other ones, so it's gonna take. You just have to take your time with them, listen to them, and the more you take time with your engines, it's not about you getting the speed out of it. It's about when you take time breaking it in, letting it break in on its own. Like I said, it's about that's gonna give your engine longevity in the end. It's gonna make it last longer. So it's not. That's why it's not. It's not good to rush it, because it's gonna run hard. It's gonna be fast. It's gonna run good, but over time, when you get up to like 7 gallons on your motor, 8, 9, 10. I done got all the motors that I've had. I done got up to at least 10, 11, 12 gallons before I even have to pinch them again. 10 gallons. On some engines, your compressor's not going to be as tight as it was, but it at least still run strong, and you get good power out of it. But that's because you took your time and broke the engine in properly, not rushed it, and it's just gonna give you better life, better longevity, last longer in the end. It's gonna be more beneficial because you ain't gonna worry about, you know, buying a whole nother engine. So it just, you know, stuff like that, it does matter. But like I said, when you do take your time and do the engine, and like I say, it will let you know when it's completely broke in, because it will break in on its own. It'll go rich on its own. That's let you know. That's why a lot of times it's not about the temp. It's not about the temp. You have to look and listen and hear your engine. But far as when you break it in, when it's broke in, you can tell it, because it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna go rich on its own. So, but yeah, y'all. We just, like I said, I'm just doing a little race prep. Just up here, we just talking to the Nitro family. And y'all leave me some messages, leave me some comments. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about stuff like this. Sometimes it's good just to sit down and talk instead of racing and running all the time. Sometimes it's just good to just talk it out, share ideas. Because the idea you may have may help somebody else. The idea I may have may help somebody. Or idea you may have, you may be bouncing ideas back and forth when you come up with something that you know, nobody ever hasn't tried, and maybe onto something new, you know. So that's why it's good just to have conversations sometimes. So, but yeah, just when you do your diffs, if your diffs have shims on the out drives, like right here, just make sure your shims are inside the diff housing, because sometimes when you put it back on, the shims may get caught up on the outside. But just take your time and make sure if your diff has shims, that your shims are inside the diff housing, inside this right here, inside the diff housing. So mine has shims, so gotta make sure they're inside and make sure they're not crushed. So, but yeah. Another thing, when you tightening up, when you tightening up your when you tightening up your arms, your suspension arms, I know they got the shocks on them, but when you tighten them up in your D block, make sure that the arms move freely. You really don't have to tighten the screws all the way down super tight on the screws that's holding your diff cups together on your D block of your diff housing on your suspension. Just make sure it's snug, just like that. It ain't super tight, but it's snugged up. Snuggled up enough that it won't come loose. Because see, you want your arms to move on the hinge pins freely. You want to actually flop. If I didn't have my shocks on, I just have done it enough that I know that if I just snug it up, that it's still good, that it'll flop. So you want your arms to be free. Because sometimes I know when I first built my first kit, I tightened everything down and my arms wasn't, you know, moving freely. So that means that my shocks wasn't working properly because the kit was really working against itself. So the shocks weren't doing what they supposed to do because these arms are too tight. So you want your arms ready to move up and down free. Like if I turned it upside down, it should flop down, you know. So that's another thing to, you know, to pay attention to. Just snug it up. You ain't gotta tighten it all the way down. Just make sure it's snug. You should still get good movement, free movement. Because you don't want the arms to bind. You want your shocks to do the work. You want your shocks to absorb all the bumps, humps, jumps. You want your shocks to do their work. So just snug them up. Not super tight, but snug them up. If you do that, you're good to go. So yeah. So when I get off tomorrow, get off work, I'm gonna head up to the track. And I'm gonna do some videos that y'all see what the track look like, and I'll let y'all meet some more of the TTR racing crew. We're just gonna have a good time. You know, I ain't really hit the track in a minute. It's been a while since I raced, since I done, you know, got my degree from college and stuff. So it's gonna be really my first race really back, especially at a big event like this. So it's gonna be good though. Just want to have fun and just enjoy. Just enjoy my homeboys and enjoy being back on the track running, you know. So you're gonna have a good time. Yeah. That's what it's all about. But yeah, you best believe I'm trying to do my best to place. But if I don't this time, then I don't, you know. I gotta get back on it consistent. Gotta start back practicing. All that. But believe I'm gonna give it 100% though. So yeah. So but yeah, y'all. Just getting together. And another thing that will help you out when you're doing your diesel, you got sway bars on. You got sway bars. The thing that is make it easier for you to get to your diffs, to get them off, to get the diff cups off, to take the diff cases are loose, is with the sway bars. You can still get to them with the sway bars on, but position your sway bars in a way that you can just put your hex driver in the, you know, sway bar screw hole and turn it in. I'm show y'all what I'm talking about. All this apply. What I'm doing the race prep, you can do this bash prep. Same thing. It ain't no different. Yeah, we set it up. We set our cars up to handle the track, you know, but far as the work, so your car can last when you're out there bashing with no problem. It's the same thing. I'm setting the car up where I can get this stuff easier, where I can make it easy for me to maintain it by putting screw holes in positions where I can get to them real easy when I go back for the next maintenance. You know, maintenance check. That it'll be easy for me. But yeah. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, this is what I mean about positioning your sway bars, or you can get you see the set pin in the sway bar holder, position with the holes up, so you just can get to the sway bar, take it loose real quick, and put it back on real quick. So just put little things like that matter. It just save you time. Do it on both sides. Do it on both. On both sides. So little stuff like that makes it easier for you to maintain your car. Makes it easy for you to fix something when it breaks. It makes it easy for you to put it back together. It makes it easy for you to clean them. So little stuff like that, you know, it matters. See, I'm good to go. I gotta put these back on, but I'm gonna put them back on when I mount it back in the truck. So that's it. But y'all, let me get done with this, and I might do a little follow-up video, let y'all see how everything turned out. But Core Jordan, TTR Racing, race prep. Hey, just having conversations. Sometimes it's good to talk it out. Sometimes you gotta talk it out. Talk it out. And remember, that engine break-in stuff, everybody got their own way to do it. But whatever you decide to do, just make sure it's best for you and the easiest for you to get it done. And get it done with the safest way as far as longevity with your engines. And like I said, the engine, after you run 10 tanks through it, it's not completely still broke in. Like I said, once you run 10, put your tune on it, just run it. Then all of a sudden, like I say, all of a sudden your engine was going to go rich. That lets you know that your engine is completely broken in, that the piston is going up to its proper point in the sleeve. So once it's reaching up on its own, you see a whole lot of smoke coming out, and you like, I just tune on the why it's blowing all this smoke. They just let you know that it's completely broken in. After that point, you can tune it and lean it how you really want it, and it'll stay consistently like that. But just take your time with it. Take your time with the engine, and take time with it, it'll take care of you. So if you rush it, it's gonna run hard, but it ain't gonna give you no longevity life. But you know, everybody do what they want to do. You know, I'm just here just trying to help. You know, I still need help. I'm still learning. I've been in it for a while, but I'm still learning too. You can always learn from somebody. But yeah, y'all. 2.0. Y'all like that, don't you? Look at that. Woo. That butt gold down to his socks. Told you. It's working like a gentleman over here. Working like a king over here. That's even better. Working like a king. Royal treatment. I told you. Royalty over here. But yeah, y'all. Core joint TTR racing. Doing a little race prep. And let me go and do this front diff. This front end. We gotta do the front diff now. And this. And again, another good thing, something to think about when you're maintaining your cars. Do it in a way that is quicker for you. Like I know I can do the rear end of the car pretty fast, so go and knock that out. Get yourself a little system. Do the rear end, whatever that's going. It's just saving your time, but still you getting good maintenance done on your car. At the same time, saving your time so you can go back out and bash or go back out and race or whatever. So get your system. If you know you fast with it, if you can do the rear end the quickest, go and knock the rear end out. Then you can work it way up to the center diff. You know, you can do your maintenance on your center diff. If you do that, you know what I'm saying, kind of fast too, then do that second. And then it's gonna take a little bit longer doing the front because you got your turnbuckles to worry about. You got your steering turnbuckles to worry about, your steering Ackerman stuff to worry about to get that off. So get your little system. If you work from back to front the quickest, do that. You work from front to back the quickest, do it that way. So it's just easy access, and then doing a good maintenance on your car and doing the quickest way. So get yourself a little system. Go from the back, center, then front. Do it like that. If you're faster going from the front, center, rear, do it like that. But I know for me, I'm faster from the rear center diff to the front end of my car, my buggies and truckies. So I just do it the quickest like that. So get yourself a little system to go by. Like I said, you want to do it stuff consistently the same, so you know everything is you know the same way done and legit. So, but yeah. All right, y'all. Core joint TTR racing. Remember, treat folks the way you want to be treated. And once I get everything back together, I might do a quick little video showing y'all how everything look. That I got it back all put together and everything, all my oils and stuff switched out. So, all right, y'all. I'll hit you back in a minute. Later.